Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Let's Stay Gamers, and welcome. So today we're taking a look at the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta. Now, on initial impressions, I was extremely excited. I was hoping that they've done it right this time. The last Battlefront was a little bit of a downfall, and I thought they'd step the game up in this, but there's still quite a few very transparent issues with the game itself. So I'm going to give you my general opinions, and by the end of it, I want you to collect them together and think, is it worth getting it for yourself? Now, the first thing we need to identify is, what is Star Wars Battlefront about? Well, it's the idea of a combined arms meaning different weapons and equipment using vehicles in comparison with infantry as well, to either conquer objectives or fight against the enemy team. And does it do that well? Well, the vehicles look amazing, the characters look amazing, and the environments are absolutely stunning, really drawing you into the Star Wars world. Where the issue starts to begin is the gunplay, and in any sort of shooter, the gunplay and weapon balancing is extremely important. And in my opinion, people are a little bit too doughy, meaning that they receive too many shots. You can hit them nearly, seems like 20 plus times with a blaster, and they don't go down. The health of many of the characters in the game just seems too high. When you run into a firefight, the whole point of this sort of shooter genre is it makes you feel like a hero. You run in there, you blast two guys, you take out a third guy, but with that much health on each character, you will struggle to eliminate one at a time without your health dropping very low. And I see that being quite an issue. In other Battlefront games, even the last one, I didn't feel that characters were able to absorb that many laser rounds. And that was just the first issue. Now, the second issue that I felt really broke firefights between you and the enemy was the rolling button. You could spam bloody rolling like you were some sort of droideka. The worst thing would happen is two of you would be engaging each other, both of you go low health, and next minute it breaks out into some sort of breakdancing rolling fest, and you roll into some cover and get your health back up. If the same happens to you again, everyone's just rolling everywhere, and some of the situations that would happen when everyone was rolling just looked extremely weird. I mean, some sort of feature that would have a bit of a cooldown on how many times you could roll. Maybe you could roll once in like every 4 or 5 seconds would be a little bit more acceptable. But there's nothing more frustrating than you've nearly damaged a guy and he rolls like 6 times out into space and across a river, through mountains and into a tree, and then decides to heal back up and kill you. But anyway, we're not raging. We're in nice peaceful mode. Let's look at some of the positive things before Aaron commits. So the thing that I really did like though is the weapons. How the weapons sounded and felt in your hand as the player. They were calm, they were collective. Each blaster shot kind of immersed you into the experience. The grenades exploding. They do this very well in this genre of games. The types of grenades, types of ammunition, the particular grenade that has like a EMP pulse and then sucks you in and causes you damage. It was just very well thought out. The perks and the weapons have been well thought out, but not well balanced. This is the thing. They look beautiful, they sound beautiful, and the explosions and carnage they sort of create are beautiful, but the balancing of them needs some serious work if I'd ever consider getting this. Because at this current moment in time, I'm getting the kills and I'm not getting the sort of satisfaction that I feel that you need from a shooter when you go on a massive rampage. Now, you're probably thinking, Aaron, you're being a little bit negative here. It's only the beta. They're probably going to fix a lot of these issues before release, and then when the game releases, it'll be even better. Now, the first thing I want to kind of advise you on is a lot of these AAA game developers now release these as demos to get you guys hooked. They expose you to a limited time window, so you go, wow, this is really, really good, and then the game stops all of a sudden. You're like, wow, I missed that, so you invest in their game. The only issue is when you play it for a longer period of time, you realize the issues that are there. If this was a true beta, they'd want to test every single aspect of it, meaning all weapons, all equipment, everything to the extreme, and make sure the balancing the equipment is correct, instead of giving you a small sample of the equipment to wonder what else have they got planned for me. So just bear that in mind. Now, saying all this negative stuff, but there is one extremely weird thing to say after all that. I actually had a lot of fun playing it. Not playing it by myself, but playing it with a small squad of talking people on TeamSpeak, having a chat as we're playing. For instance, me and Scott holding off waves on waves of stormtroopers from the roof, going like, Scott, we've got guys coming up the stairs, we better turn around and cover it. It's like, it was very immersive and very fun playing it together. Playing it by yourself, rubbish, with some friends, having a laugh at the same time, holding them off, trying to get that piece of objective to the extraction, hitting it with iron, and then calling your friend in with one of the fighter cannons to destroy the MTT was amazing. So if you're going to get this, the minimum that I recommend for you is get yourself a small team, maybe just do your friends together and play it like that. Your experience will go up tremendously. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and make your opinion maybe down in the comments below. Let me know how you feel or what you expected from Battlefront 2. Anyway,